Hi, Rich from Patriot Classic 4x4. Today we're going to show you some of the new products that we've came out with. We just started designing a lot of new products for the Bronco. Currently I did 65 to 70 Mustang parts, and we did everything from full IFS coilover suspension to the Watts link. We did all the custom interior, we did the full body kits, and I did that for about a little over 50 years. Retired basically for a day, got the bug for the Broncos. I've seen how much fun they are. They go together so much faster. There's just no comparison to a Mustang. So we've started developing parts, and we're probably at about 25, 26 different innovative parts that we're making for the Bronco. So the first thing we're going to show you is a part that I designed for a tailgate. Part of our business was spraying bed liners. So every bed liner, every truck we had in there, we would always have to take the tailgate off, which was a very simple process. You just bring it down about a quarter, lift it up, slide it over, tailgate's off. Well, the first time I did a Bronco, well, it takes two people because you got two bolts on one side and two on the other side, and this thing has to be pitched up at a severe angle to get it off. So that was the first thing that I seen that needed to be corrected, and that's exactly was our very first part that we did. So we're going to show you how we do that. Here's what we came up with. This is basically the same thing that you have on any truck, Ford, Chevy, Dodge. They're basically all the same. And we have a plastic piece, a hard plastic piece that fits in there, and this is going to go into the tailgate, and then it's going to go on there like that. So when you drop your tailgate down a quarter, you simply pull it back, pull it over to the side. So it's all comprised of just two parts. That's all it is. So what we're going to need here is we're going to have a volunteer from the audience. Yeah, young lady over there. Yeah, with her hand up, yes, okay. Yeah, come on over here, we're gonna take this tailgate off, yeah.
That'll be me, I'll do it.
Actually, this is my wife. I am semi-retired, I'm on a fixed income, so this is all I can afford for right now, but she works out pretty good, so we're gonna take, we'll take the tailgate off right now. All right, now before we take this tailgate off, normally what I do is same as I do on door strikers. I usually mark them with masking tape, a horizontal and vertical line with masking tape. So if your vehicle is already painted, you can do it with tape. This one isn't, but you can see our fit's pretty good, even though we don't have our bump stops and stuff in there. So what I'm going to do is to help speed this up when I go to put it back on, is I take a Sharpie and I'm going to mark exactly where it is. So I don't have to fight this thing so much as far as going up and down, in and out. It's pretty much going to be where it's at. And I did the same over here. But this one might change because our trunnion might be a little different size, but at least I've got one side that's all ready to go. So all I'm going to do now is start to take this thing off. Something out of a horror story, doesn't it? Okay, hang on this thing right here. Over here because it's going to drop. Okay, I'll tell you what. Grip on it. Okay, now let's go swap the sides here and get on this side over here. So I'm going to have to lift this thing up in the air quite a bit. Okay, take that out and we'll set this down right here. Right there. Yeah, that's fine. Now, if you go over here a little closer, you'll see how I've got this marked with the Sharpie. So now when I go to put this on, it's going to be exactly where it was before. So because there's still quite a lot of times there's a lot of play in these things, up and down, in and out, and you're sitting there fighting and wasting a lot of time lining them up. So stick it back on there, and this side will stay on permanently. It won't have to come back off again. So you can see this has a split in it. So we're going to drill a 15-30 seconds hole. Then we'll probably put a little bit of white grease on that, and then that's going to compress down in there and snap in. Then it's going to go in there just like that. So we're going to center punch this thing here in the center. And this is basically an eyeball thing. Step it up a few sizes. I did the 1/8, then I'll just do a 1/4, then I'll do the 15-30 seconds. Now the big dog. Man, that went quick. Okay, that's drilled. Now, we're going to notch this part out. All right, getting ready to cut this now. I will make one more other point right here. If you look at this drain hole, that's actually, right here, that's actually going to be your center. So I ran a straight line across there. And then now I have my 3/4 inch on my width, my 7/8 on my depth. So I'm getting ready to cut this. It will get noisy, so we'll cut the audio off. But I just want to make sure that you wear ear and eye protection. Shouldn't have to tell you that, but there's probably some people that might not wear it, so I'm just telling you, wear it. Now on this one here, I had to trim this down just a little bit because a lot of these tailgates are going to vary. This is a Daniel Carpenter one, so you could have an original one and you have an aftermarket one, Taiwan, so they're all going to vary a little bit. So and actually I even had to trim this down just a little bit just to get this thing, because you want it to float in there pretty freely. You don't want it to be in a huge bind. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of little white lithium on it. Now you notice this has a slot in it, so this is supposed to compress down. That's why you drill that hole at 15/16. You don't want it to go oversized. You want this thing to be able to hook in there on that lip. So we're going to put a little on here, and we're actually going to put some in here all the way around so this thing rolls up and down pretty smooth. And hopefully if I hold my mouth right, I should be able to pop that in. There we go. Okay, now we're going to put on the other piece that we made. See back there, you can see my Sharpie again. So that's going to give me a good indication where I need to be, and hopefully it should be basically, because it's the same size, so it should be pretty much right where I was when I took the other one off. That back up pretty much on the mark. Right there, looks pretty good. Okay, now we'll see if I can put this thing all by myself without my expensive assistant. All right, so I'm going to show you how I can put this on by myself. Now this thing is on dollies and it rolls real easy. So if this was on tires or a frame, you know, it's going to be solid. So I'm going to have my cheap assistant here hold on to it a little bit, because I do have to kind of push it over a little bit to get it to go onto that trunnion. So let's see how well it works. That slid right in. Up it goes. Now isn't that the cat's meow? Now we'll reverse it. So you want to take it off, unhook your hinges on the side, pull it down a quarter way, pull it back, slide it off. And yes, it's just that easy. Thanks for watching.